Everybody, I'm Marcus.
I'm Ryan.
And together,
we are the Northwest Sports Fanatics.
We want to continue with our NFL preview. We're heading up to the AFC East, the East side. I'm going to start it off with the Miami Dolphins down there in South Beach. You know, they made a big splash in the free agency. They picked up Mike Wallace from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They also picked up Tyson Clabo, linebacker Daniel Ellerbe from the world champion Ravens. Brent Grimes, solid corner from the Atlanta Falcons. They drafted Deion Jordan, Jamar Taylor, corner out of Boise. Oh, my bad. Deion Jordan from the...
No.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Had to retract. And also cornerback Will Davis, they drafted there. On offense, you know, they led by Ryan Tannehill. He had a high bust potential in the last year's draft. You know, everybody was talking about RG and Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson, but everybody slept on Tannehill. He had a solid season, 3,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 13 picks. He started slow, but ended up nice. He improved his footwork this offseason. He worked hard on it. Plus, you know, they got him a better weapon in Mike Wallace. You know, he's a big play waiting to happen.
Beast mode.
Of course. They got Brian Hartline, you know, as a solid number 2. And they also added Brandon Gibson from the St. Louis Rams to give them a nice little wide receiver combo. Gibson is going to take the place of Devon Best out there in the slot.
Yep.
They also added tight end Dustin Keller from the Jets. Now, let's see you put in some work, Tannehill. You got the weapons out there. Now it's time to put up. Lamar Miller from the U. He's taking over for Reggie Bush. He averaged 5 yards a carry last year in his rookie year. He only had 51 carries.
Yeah, big year.
But they must think highly of you. They let Reggie Bush go after back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. And to me, he proved that he could finally be an every down back.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Now, on the offensive line, you know, they lost Jake Long.
Oh.
Franchise left tackle is gone. So now you're relying on Jonathan Martin, who struggled in his rookie year on the right side. And now you putting them on the left side. So we gotta see how that go. That's of course that's one of my concerns. You know, Tyson Clabo, he's gonna go on the right side. They picked him up from the Falcons. You got one of the top centers in the game in Mike Pouncey, brother of Marquise out there in Pittsburgh. Now, can they protect Tannehill so we can get the ball out to them weapons? We shall see.
We'll see.
All right, defense. You know, they passed on Lane Johnson, which could have took the place of Jake Long leaving.
Yeah. What were they doing?
But they did draft Deion Jordan from.
No.
Of course, you know. He's teaming up with Cameron Wake out there, 15 sacks last year. They gives them 2 great pass rushes. So all you quarterbacks out there, you better watch your back. Daniel Ellerbe's coming over from the Ravens. You know, he won the Super Bowl last year. It was a huge part of their success. They got Philip Wheeler. So that's a good linebacking core. But my question is going to be the chemistry with so many new players on that defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's going to be a good question. Gone at the cornerback position is Sean Smith. In the Brent Grimes. You know, he's coming off the Achilles injury, so he's not yet 100%, but he's working his way back. You got Jamar Taylor, nice cornerback that I like out of Boise State. You drafted Will Davis to go with Richard Marshall that you had left over. So you got talent at the QB position. You got a good safety in Chris Clemens. He's back. You brought him back on a 1-year deal. But the star at secondary is Rashid Jones. He's one of the top safeties in the league. So y'all remember that name. He has no weakness in his game. For me, I look for 9-7 from the Dolphins. 2-game improvement from the 7-9 season. Lamar Miller, breakout year from the U at running back. And Jamar Taylor, I look for him to be a stud at corner. But then again, on defense, it's all about that chemistry. Now we're going to go out there to you with a lot of controversy this season out there in New England.
Ooh, New England Patriots, man. I don't even know where to start. I can start with Aaron Hernandez, but I won't. So we'll start out with New England. You know, 2012, he went 12-4. Tom Brady, how old is this guy? 50?
Yeah.
60 years old?
Still doing it.
He's 36, but, I mean, he is the Joe Montana of our era. I mean, whether or not you grew up in the 80s or not, I mean, this guy is legit. Peyton Manning, you only got 1 ring. Tom Brady has 3, but you've been to 5 Super Bowls. 5. Has Peyton Manning been to 5 Super Bowls? No. Is Peyton Manning a Hall of Famer? Yes. But Tom Brady is one notch above. You have to give him that little notch there. You have Bill Belichick. Swaggy, I'll throw this out for you. Bill Belichick for Spygate. I know you're a Colts fan, so you don't like him. I understand. But Bill Belichick, to me, in sports, besides Phil Jackson, is the best head coach in football and maybe in sports in general. I mean, you had Matt Castle in 11 games. Is Matt Castle good? No! Matt Castle is a backup, and you won 11-5 with Matt Castle. So that shows you how good Bill Belichick is as a coach. Even though I'm not a fan of the Patriots, but I got to give them respect.
Of course.
They're great. Tom Brady, you're 36. Wow, you're great. You're a top 5 quarterback in the whole entire NFL, even at 36. You got Ryan Mallett, who's the predecessor. Watch out for Ryan Mallett. If you don't know about Ryan Mallett, you watch. When Tom Brady retires, they're not going to miss the playoffs. They're going to keep going, especially if Bill Belichick is still there. Ryan Mallett is special. And then you got Tim Tebow. Will he play fullback? Will he play tight end? Probably not, unless Belichick wants to throw out some secrets that we're not knowing about. But he's third-string QB right now. But you got Stephen Ridley. You got him. You got Shane Vereen from Cal, Pac-12. Leon Washington, you can steal him away from Seattle. That's a nice little pickup. LeGarrette Blount from Tampa. I don't know if they're going to get any play this year, but if they do, they'll play pretty well. As far as wide receivers concerned, hold on. Stake in the heart, Wes Welker, you're gone. So Patriots fans, I know you're hurt right now, but you picked up Danny Amendola.
Clone.
Is he as good as Wes Welker? No. But is he maybe half or a little bit better than half than Wes Welker? Yes. He'll get you 60 to 70 catches this year, maybe 8 touchdowns. So that'll be good enough to get you to the playoffs. You got Julian Edelman. I don't know really what to think of him. He's average, above average. He'll be pretty good. You got Michael Jenkins, drafted by the Falcons. He's on the Bengals last year. You picked him up. Is he good for maybe 2 to 4 touchdowns? Yeah. But they were really counting on your tight ends. Rob Gronkowski, right? Good Pro Bowl player, but he's injured all the time. And then Aaron Hernandez, he's in the ESPN. Are you going to jail for life? Yeah, unless you're like O.J. Simpson, you break out of the mold, right? Everyone's pointing the finger at you. You know what I mean? It's really a sad scenario.
It's real sad.
You fooled Belichick. You fooled the owner Kraft. You fooled everyone. You're a gangster. And
Thugging.
But Patriots. It kind of gives them a black eye. But they're good enough to move forward without Aaron Hernandez from obviously University of Florida. But, they have a good O-line. You got some good players. Nate Solder, Logan Mankins. You've been there forever. Dan Connolly. But the best offensive line is Sebastian Vollmer.
That's, of course.
Sebastian Vollmer. You had a contract dispute, and the Patriots weren't going to pay you the money. Other teams offered you money, and then eventually you re-signed. How can you not re-sign your best offensive lineman to protect Tom Brady? I don't get it. He's at the right tackle position, but I like him. Keep him. He needs to be a Patriot for life. If you're a Patriot fan, if you let Sebastian Vollmer go, there's going to be some pain, in your heart if he leaves. But you got him re-signed, so you're good to go. But the exciting thing about the Patriots is the defense. There's a reason why that you lost 07 and in the future, and those last 2 Super Bowls you lost was the defense. But I like where you got. You got Chandler Jones, solid, above average.
Bone
right?
Jones' brother.
Right? Vince Wilfork. One of the, I would probably say, top 6 D tackles, even if he's old. Yeah. He's solid. Right? Tommy Kelly, Raiders.
Oh, they picked up Kelly.
Right? Richard Seymour, you like to stomp on people. Tommy Kelly was your partner in crime. Does he stomp on people? No. But he's solid right there. Right? And then Rob Nikovic. Do you know? If you don't know who Nikovic is, this guy's solid. I like him. And then you got players like Jared Mayo, a linebacker, Brendan Spikes from University of Florida, solid. And then you got Dante Hightower. Where's he from?
Alabama.
And if you're from Alabama, are you good?
You already know.
You're good. You're great. And you're predecessor. You're going to be good. So you already know their linebacker core is solid. As far as their secondary is Aqib Talib. Tampa Bay. Oh, man. You stole him away from Tampa Bay, but, he's pretty solid. You got Alfonso Denard. He's pretty solid for you. Not great, but he can improve.
He had 7 picks last year.
Right, he's pretty good as a rookie. You know what I mean? People kind of underestimate him because he's not
he got in trouble.
Aqib Talib, but, he's pretty good. You got Steve Gregory, but the best secondary player, even with the 7 picks by Denard, Devin McCourty.
Ooh.
Devin McCourty, I like him. He brings 110% every game.
Mm-hmm.
Will he get you the picks? Obviously, like Denard? No. Mm-hmm. But he'll play solid for you at strong safety. I like him. Mm-hmm. And then you picked up a pretty good players in the draft. You got Jamie Collins. You got Aaron Dobson. So you got a few players that you can kind of count on as the future. You picked 3 Rutgers players in the draft this year from 2013. So Greg Schiano is in the ear a little bit. Greg Schiano and Bill Belichick, or as Swaggy would say, Bill Belichick, are friends. So we'll see where that goes. But I don't expect the Patriots to fall off. I'd be shocked if any team surpasses the Patriots in the division this year. They went 12-4. I'll go back one game, 11-5, but you're still going to win the division. But we'll have to see where that goes. Are they going to win the Super Bowl this year? No. Will you get to the Super Bowl? Maybe. You have Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, 2 of the top 3 coaches, players at quarterback in the league. So we'll have to see where it goes. What do you think about the next team we're going to talk about? What do you think?
The New York Jets.
The Jets, the butt fumble.
Jets.
Jets.
Now, they had an exciting offseason. They traded away the Allen, so it's no longer Revis Allen.
Thank you.
He's in Tampa Bay, where it's now called
Revis Bay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You did draft D. Milliner. He's considered the best corner in his draft.
From?
Alabama, of course. And you already know about Bama players. You drafted the D tackle Sheldon Richardson. Also, you picked up Geno Smith in the 2nd round. But you lost a lot of key players. Besides Revis, you lost LaRon Landry, Bart Scott, Dustin Keller. Those some key veterans there. Oof. And on offense, Mark Sanchez or Geno Smith. Now, Sanchez, the butt fumble. Now, should I say more? 54% completion percentage, 18 touchdowns, 8 fumbles, 18 interceptions.
Tebow is better.
8 fumbles.
Ouch.
13 touchdowns, 26 turnovers.
Go with Geno.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't got better since your rookie year. This your 5th year in the league. Geno Smith, he was once projected as the top pick in the draft. He fell to the 2nd round, because of his footwork and
footwork is horrible.
He's a diva. But to me, he has more upside than Mark Sanchez.
I agree.
So I have to put him in from the jump.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to start Geno and see what he do and let him grow.
Yep.
But he don't got much to work with. You got Santonio Holmes. He's dealing with the foot injury.
Yep.
You brought back Braylon Edwards. Who knows how much he still got left in the tank.
In the wheelchair.
Stephen Hill. He's still recovering from his knee surgery. Now your projected starters is Ben Obamanu.
Who?
Clyde Gates.
Who?
And Jeremy Curley.
Who?
Exactly. No bueno.
No bueno.
Guess who else they brought back? Kellen Winslow, the soldier.
From the U.
Exactly. Now his knees is a question mark. I do like the Chris Ivory trade, but can he be a every down back? Offensive line, you got the Brickishaw Ferguson, one of the best left tackles in the game. You got Austin Howard, though. He's a weak spot. He gave up 10 sacks last year. And you do got Nick Mangold, one of the top centers in the NFL.
Beast mode.
Of course. And on defense, Revis gone. Enters D. Milliner from Alabama, the best corner in the draft. He's going to be opposite of Antonio Cromartie. So it shouldn't be a problem. Cornerback position shouldn't be a problem there. You got Kyle Wilson as your nickel cornerback. Landry and Jeremiah Bell are gone. So you picked up his brother, DeJuan Landry. You got Josh Bush. So the secondary isn't their strong point. The strong point is going to be their pass rush. Richardson should help. Up there in front. You also got Muhammad Wilkerson and Quentin Coples. So you got a couple of young pieces in that front 7. Coples looked for him to increase his sack total, and you also still got the veteran Calvin Pace. Now with this squad, Rex is going to have to work his magic, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, about to lose your job.
Yeah, sorry Rex. So I see 5-11. Look for Geno Smith to start from day one, and also Quentin Coples to pick up his sack total. Now, what you think out there in the Buffalo? What the Buffalo Bills got going on this year?
Wow. Do you remember when we were young, when we were little kids, and when Buffalo went to 4 straight Super Bowls?
Jim
4
Kelly.
straight. Do you remember that? 1990, 91, 92, 93. Is that going to happen anytime soon? No. I'm sorry to say. You don't have a Jim Kelly out there, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, Cornelius Bennett, Bruce Smith, but you know what? Maybe it's the Jadeveon Clowney sweepstakes.
Exactly.
Maybe you can get the number 2 pick in the draft. I mean, you went 6-10 last year, which is better than what I thought you'd do this year. You fired your head coach Chan Gailey, which is well deserved. You need someone new in there. You got Doug Marrone. Where's he from? Syracuse, right? He's been there from 2009 to 2012. Is he going to change how Buffalo is perceived in the NFL?
Of course.
A little bit. You know, is it gonna win you the division?
No.
So you're quite a few years away. You did pick up EJ Manuel though, Florida State QB. I like him better, obviously, than a few of the other quarterbacks that were drafted, like Geno Smith. Footwork is horrible. EJ Manuel's footwork is a little bit better, so we'll see where that goes. You got Kevin Kolb, obviously from Arizona and the Eagles. You know, who's gonna start for that team? It's tough to say right now. Some people are saying Kevin Cole, but if you're smart, you go with EJ Manuel. Get it started. Your team's already bad. Get your rookie some progression. Let him go. You got good running backs like C.J. Spiller. I like him. I think he's a top 10 running back in the league. Fred Jackson used to be good, but is he good at backup now? We'll see. I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? And you got Tashard Choice from the Cowboys. Can he fill the role? Maybe 300-400 yards if someone gets injured? Yeah. But Steve Johnson, that's a nice wide receiver that you got. And then you picked up Robert Woods. Why am I praising USC players? As long as you don't play QB, right, you might be pretty solid. You know what I mean? Watch out for Marquise Lee next year in the draft. I'm a little spoiler right now. But Robert Woods, watch out for him. He will be the number 2 wide receiver on the Buffalo Bills. And he might even have more touchdowns than Stevie Johnson.
I can see that.
It's very possible. You know what I mean? He's very solid. Tight end, you have Scott Chandler, so he won't make any plays for you. And you obviously lost Andy Levitre, your best own lineman in the on your team. But you got Cordy Glenn from Georgia. Probably the best squad that develops players besides Alabama. So we'll see where that goes. But the best thing about your team is your defense. Will you win a lot of games? No, you're running a 3-4 defense. Mario Williams, number 1 pick in the draft. And we were just talking about this earlier. I was criticizing Mario Williams, and I said he was a buster. And there's a few people in the room that kind of questioned me. But when we went back in the set, he had 10.5 sacks. So that's pretty good, but I think you expect more. But he's only had 60 to 65 sacks as a career, and it's been 7-8 years. So he's averaging about only 8 sacks a year, and you'd expect more from a number 1 pick in the draft. It's almost like almost like a Smith, from Kansas City. You expect more from the number 1 pick there. But you got Marcel Darius from Alabama, 5.5 sacks. Kyle Williams, so you got some pretty good players, but. Let me throw up the Kiko Alonso. You drafted him in the 2nd round. We'll see what he does from the Oregon Ducks for you. Will he make a huge difference? No. But will he make a few plays as the season progresses and next year and the year after? Yeah. Manny Lawson, you stole him from 49ers and Bengals. You brought him in as a linebacker, as a veteran. So we'll see where that goes. But as far as their secondary is concerned, they got a lot of good players? Not really. You got Stephen Gilmore. Obviously, you got McKellum that's there. I'm not really impressed with those players. But you do have one of the best players at free safety in the league from the Jerry Spurd. Some people think he's not that good. To me, personally, he's a top 5 free safety. Harrison Smith. Obviously, you got Deshaun Goldson, Earl Thomas. So you have a few players there. My buddy over here says Anton Bethea, Swaggy P. I'll give him some love too as well. But you still have a ways to go. Your draft picks, you picked a few players, you know what I mean? Duke Williams, you picked him at DB from Nevada. But there's a lot of room to improve. And Marv Levy isn't there anymore, so you can't rely on him. So we'll have to see where it goes. But I predict maybe a 4-12 season. I'm not sure where it goes, but we'll have to see as we go. They'll be last place in the division for sure.
All right. Now, there we have it. Our NFL preview, AFC East. I'm Marcus. This old Ryan.
And together, we are Northwest Sports Fanatics.